week 2 of our channel, which is Storytime week. And I have a couple stories to tell you guys. But I kind of want someone else to help me tell these stories. Maybe we can get Hunter. Let me try calling him. Okay, that's weird. He didn't answer.
Hello?
Hi!
Hey there.
I look like I'm, like, being interrogated.
The number's Mason. Remember. I actually mean that it's you.
So welcome to week 2 of Happy Little Stands. Which is what, Hunter? What week is week 2?
The second one?
Week 2 is Storytime week.
Put that down now.
This is what happens on week 2 of Happy Little Stands.
What are the launch codes?
French fries, pomegranate, light bulb.
I knew all along.
Get this off me. Didn't we do this last week? We were staring into the camera.
Shut up.
Sorry. And that's my story.
I said shut up!
I have to sit down now. Come on. Find a seat. First of all, on behalf of HLS, we apologize for there not being a Friday video. We didn't get around to filming one, but then again, we're just starting out, so we have an excuse. I hope that you guys enjoyed the first week. Hope you enjoyed this doofus doing his signature dancing.
I don't dab in real life.
No, you don't dab. We literally put a blanket up over the window because of the light, and we still couldn't get good lighting. Hunter's gonna go first, and he's going to tell you about a little beetle named Bob.
So, last year, when I was a senior in high school, we had these school trips called intersessions. So, like, halfway through the year, right now, you go on a trip. You pay for the trip. It's like a spring break kind of trip, but it's not spring break. And you go to a certain place you pay for with teachers. And it's supposed to be educational, but, like, kids went to Disney. Like, it didn't matter. And I'm broke, I'm poor. So I went and chose to go to Arizona. I only went because my friends were going. And they were like, yo, come to Arizona. Because we all wanted to go to either to Florida or Costa Rica. So it's like, oh, we're going to Arizona. I'm like, it was cheaper. We decided to go. When we went there, we had a blast. Did some stupid stuff. We just acted dumb. It snowed there for like the first time in a couple of years. It was pretty crazy. I remember we were on, I don't remember what the name was. It was Devil something near the Grand Canyon. It was like this red sand mountain. It was hot. And we were there, and my friend found a beetle. It was like that big. It was a big beetle. He played soccer when we were in high school, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna kick this beetle. We were like, don't kick the beetle, bro, don't kick the beetle. He goes, no, I'm gonna kick the beetle. So after we start thinking about it, he starts like joking about it. We're like, kick the beetle. So he lines up his shot, and the beetle is a big beetle. It's got like these weird, like, these thingies in the front, like little pinchers. So it looks like a scary little beetle. I'm like, I don't care, it's gonna bite one of us. So he like winds up, like backs up, and he was good. So he had the Messi kind of lineup. He said, oh, I'm Ronaldo. And he goes, bip, hits in the mid-center goal, rocks it into the rock. If he's here, like the rock's down there, but he still rocked it all the way there. And we wound up like watching where it went, and we were like, oh, and this thing was just plastered into the rock, like destroyed, like gone.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful. Keep in mind, this was last year. I don't kick beetles. Beetle lives matter. I respect the Beatles.
One story that I have is from, I think, when I was 14, I want to say. Maybe younger, maybe like a year older. But I was definitely really young. And I was with one of my friends. This friend and we decided that we were going to take a walk through a cemetery by her dad's house. I don't know why we decided to do that because, first of all, we were really dumb and we were adventurous. And we decided to go through a little path that she had found a while ago, and she was like, let's go into the back of the cemetery. So it was like a fence and then the cemetery, and then behind the fence was like a bunch of trees, and it was just, there were like houses down all the way in the back, but it was like very, very far. When we were in the back of the cemetery, it was I don't know, it just felt weird. Like, they had this weird vibe. But I was like, okay, like, we're in the middle of the woods. The cemetery's right there. It was, like, daylight out, but it was, like, getting dark. So, like, the sun was just setting. And we were walking through, like, the trees and whatnot. And we start hearing... And I remember the sound so well. We started hearing a baby crying. And at first, neither of us wanted to admit that we heard it. So we were kind of just, like, both walking. Until finally, I don't remember who spoke up first. It might have been me. One of us, though, said, like, do you hear that? And the other was just like, yeah. Like, I thought, like, I was going crazy. But we were like, oh, haha, it's probably some kid trying to play a prank on us. Then, as we started walking further and further, we saw some kids all the way in the distance. It was really, really weird. And they kind of, like, stopped and they froze. And we saw them run off in the other direction. So we're like, we probably scared them. They're, like, 7 years old. As we got deeper and deeper into the woods, we started hearing the crying come, like, louder. So I was like, let's turn back. And she kept saying, oh, no, let's just keep going. So I was like, okay, let's go see if we find a baby in the woods. Okay, Hunter vanished. But first of all, at this point, it's, like, really dark out now. It's, like, getting extremely dark. And I kept telling her, like, let's turn back. Until eventually we start seeing someone come out from behind a tree. And at first we were like, are they seriously still trying? All of a sudden we see, like, I don't even know how many people, 8 people come running at us. And immediately we turned around and started sprinting in the direction that we came. And these people are, like, literally gaining up on us. And we're like, what the hell is going on? And of course she's, like, I don't even know. She was like a track star. She was running dumb fast. And I was, like, all the way in the back, and I was like, bro, slow down. Like, I'm gonna get killed. And of course, I trip on a tree, like a tree trunk or whatever, and I go flying. She looks back at me, and she just keeps running. She's like, I'm not helping you. And so I finally get back up, and I start running again. And we're not even, like, we're, like, halfway to where we came in from. We still hear the footsteps behind us. But then I'm questioning, I'm like, how come they haven't, like, caught us yet? They really wanted to hurt us, they haven't caught us yet. This girl makes a turn, and I'm like, where are you going? She jumps the fence. Literally in, like, 3 steps, she jumps over the fence. So I was like, okay, bet, let me try. I take 1 foot on the fence. I could not get myself over that fence. So I get up on top of the fence, and as I'm pulling myself over, I cut the inside of my leg, like it wasn't like a gash, but it was a pretty big cut. And we start sprinting away from the cemetery. We look back, and behind that fence, no one was there. Not a single person. The second we got over the fence is when we stopped hearing the baby crying. And you'd think just because we're over the fence doesn't mean that the baby would just stop. Like, the noises would just stop. The noises would continue because we're still right there, even if we're over the fence. But they just stopped. No footsteps, no baby crying, and no people were there. And till this day, we have no idea what happened. But we just agreed to just pretend we were delusional. So that's my story. Weird. So for the story, a story that involved me and Hunter, this was literally, like, not too long after I just got my license. I was driving with him and our other friend Sean. Hunter was in the passenger seat and Sean was in the back. Sean decides it would be smart. First of all, he's wearing his brother's hat. It's not even his hat. He decides, let me roll down the window, get some fresh air, summertime. Fun. His hat goes flying out the window. He literally turns, puts his hat out, looks back, and he's just like,
My
hat. If any of you are fans of the Dolan twins and you've seen Ethan Dolan's wisdom teeth video, it's literally the same thing, how his beanie went flying out the window, and he looked back and was just like,
My hat.
But Sean was just, he didn't say anything, he just looked at us. Like, I saw him in the rearview mirror, and he was just like, my hat. And we were like, oh my gosh, Sean, like, we're not getting that back. And he was like, it's my brother's, we have to get it back. So I go all the way down the highway until I could flip a U-turn, flip the U-turn, had to flip again to get back on the same side, pulled over into gravel and grass, like, over on the side. And I'm like, okay, let's do this safely. No. Sean jumps out of the car, and so does Hunter. They ran across the highway. To where the barrier is.
There's only 2 lanes though.
But before that, remember, we were driving, and we were trying to, like, scope out the hat. Immediately, Sean was like, I see it! He was like, pull over! And we pulled over, like I said, and then they both jumped out of the car. And I'm just sitting there. I feel like a literal getaway driver. They run across the street, grab the hat, they run back. Hunter easily gets back into the front seat. Sean can't open the door. So instead of waiting for me to unlock the door, he jumps, he literally dolphin dives through the window. And when he lands in the seat, his legs like hanging out the window, he's like, go, 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 drive. I was like, we going, we in this. That is how we retrieved his hat. And the hat was all like
the hat was fine. Like, it was dirty.
It was disgusting.
But the best part was the clip that holds the hat, like the sizer, the metal hat sizer.
Yeah.
It was like bent because the car ran over, and it was in the middle of summer, so it was like 99.999 degrees, and a car goes and like ran it over, and the sizer.
Yeah, the clip like smushed in my hand. Go! All right. So, any more stories? I think that's all for our stories, right?
Yeah.
Well, what about that one time where we were sitting here making an HLS video, and we decided to do the outro?
That's
and
right
we kind of just looked at the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, no, we're not doing that this time. I can't keep a straight face. So that's it for today's video, Happy Little Stands. Anything else you'd like to say, Hunter?
Who's daddy?
Not again! Not again. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below what you'd like to see for a theme for a week.
Ow, they're mine. Don't touch me. No, they're mine.
So make sure you leave a
like
and
comment
and
subscribe.
Yes, there it is, boys. We didn't rehearse that. You actually got it right. We'll see you next week on Happy Little Stands. We're not entirely sure yet what our theme's gonna be. I hope you enjoyed enjoyed Lexi's video from yesterday, and I hope you enjoy Lauren's video tomorrow and Morgan's video on Thursday. Once again, I am your Tuesdays. Peace out, Happy Little Stands.
All right, now just look into here, and you'll forget everything. Close your eyes.
Okay, Jurassic Park, chill the out. You look like a monkey. Oh my.